I think Viking's going to run this one over in less than 30 minutes.
You feel like they were prepared for the Korikval Lone Druid? They got.
I think they were. I think they'd done their research, they knew it was coming, and they're very happy to play the game that they drafted for, regardless.
Fine, they're actually going to bring the Crystal Maiden down to this bottom lane. Since the Lone Druid isn't necessarily needed anymore, they get a nice roll on to Shad here. Shad trying to get those Jingu stacks up, does manage to get it. Is going to be frostbitten, turns around, throws. Oh, look at that! They used the glyph to be able to stop any lifesteal to come out. Now they're going to body block Celery up. He does have his tether, but the creep wave is not there in time. What a great setup from Liquid, and the glyph usage was just beautiful there as well. Back over to the mid lane, though. The support showing bottom lane means mid is free for Aramis to be able to rotate on.
Dude, that fort, that just made me so excited, man. That was a really nice return move. Taiga TP's in. Wow, okay. I didn't even mean to watch that. I just had my perspective like chilling in the mid lane.
It's pretty sick for Taiga. 6-minute power rune.
Spirit seems scary. Oh.
Mickey is gonna die here. They roll from Taiga, does grab the DD. See if no shackle from Aramis.
As we see, Boxy is managing to scrape together some farm in the bottom lane. He's honestly the same level as Monkey King, which is pretty crazy, but will Aramis catch him? He does.
Yeah, now he's gonna die with no swashbuckle up to be able to get away, get the distance away from Shad. Looks like he's gonna probably be falling a level behind again.
It happened to your side, basically.
Sania feels like he's needed a bottom lane to be able to get enough damage to kill Shad here. They don't actually get a disarm. They're still not getting a disarm. Shad, he's walking away, managed to get the Jingu up, and he doesn't have enough, though. Thanks to the Crystal Maiden coming in, they are going to be able to kill him. Celery's going to go down as well, and they're even going to try and catch Aramis here. The roll-in is going to be able to stop the shackles. Boxy has a little bit of HP to burn thanks to the magic wands, and he will be able to get 3 kills in that bottom lane as a result. Force the rotation from Viking GG and still win the fight.
And both supports are 6. 9 minutes in.
They're going to run right into Boom, and Boom, in turn, runs into them with the Astral Step. Gets a good amount of damage. Is going to be rolled on, though. Has another Astral Step to go, but Boxy's going to join him here and pop the Rolling Thunder. Not going to be able to go for the Void Spirit. He saved that Astral Step for an escape mechanism. Celery, though, is free food. And they're going to try and chase for more because Mickey's actually going to meet them with this fight in the jungle. He pushed in the mid lane, cut over, and manages to help them get a kill on Aramis as well. A little bit more. Insania is in some trouble, though. He's trying to defend this, though, so Boxy might be able to take advantage of this unless he's controlled up too much by Boom. He does manage to get off the Rolling Thunder. Is still susceptible to some physical damage, but because they're melee, they can't really go for him. In fact, now with the coil here from the Puck, they're going to be able to control up Toby and burst him down. He dies. Shad jumps into the middle of this fight. Boom unable to hit his Ether Remnant, though, and Taiga keeping his distance, slowing him down. The next round of spells is coming up for Mickey. He's got a silence. That's going to kill Shad. Now they're going to chase down Boom potentially. Nope, they're saying, okay, we're out of spells. Let's not push our luck too much here. I've got to go defend mid anyway, as there's a Serpent Ward push coming in from Aramis with the Siege Wagon. Got it to be able to deal with this. In fact, they might. He's a little bit outside of the wards here. Looks like he will manage to jump away in time, but still a lot of damage on this mid tower. Maybe it's just because of the fear. He's not really scared of the Lycan at all.
I think he knows he can TP with it, right? He can just fear and then TP away. So worst case scenario, the Lycan has to ulti to make him TP away. I think that's a worthwhile trade in his eyes, as free kill on the Wisp, it looks like, as Mickey does have the Witchblade complete. Yeah,
and the cooldown is very, very closely matched with Illusory Orb and Waiting Rift, so pretty much you get a second round of Witchblade with the other 2 spells coming up. Boxy is going to be saved by Taiga. Gets out the Rolling Thunder inside of the coil. Again, 2 down. Shad gets brought in by Celery, but Celery is just gone at Freezing Field. Quickly blows him up, and Shad asks, why, oh why are we taking that fight there? Liquid, they seemed well prepared and well set up. One of Liquid's toughest rivals. You know, Blitz will try and tell me all day long that, hey, we won the series that were important, but is still Viking GG, who's won many more series over Liquid than vice versa, including the last 2 series. Top lane, they do manage to get a kill on Insania, but in turn, the support of Viking GG, Aramis, falls at bottom. He can get both of the talents soon. 30 damage and phase shift attack if he really wants to continue that right-click build, which I think is a good idea, especially against this Lycan. You've got so many targets out there. They're going to get the initiation on the Lycan before he can get off the shapeshift. Beautiful entrance there. Looks like Taiga may be pulled back, but they're going to blow a lot of spells from a distance just to bring Taiga down to half.
So I know you play some like melee fours and stuff that may build this item, but in general, how does it feel to play this patch as the guy that doesn't build Orb of Corrosion? I feel like that item is so broken.
I would kind of tend to agree with that, yeah. I think the nerf was a little well placed. Oh, the roll-in almost caught Shad before he jumped out, but Shad was able to get away in time. Quickly kills Insania. Now with the shackles on to Boxy, they're going to be able to bring him down. Toby is looking for more, and he's going to find it too. Koifa, he managed to get the fear off on some of the heroes, but with his tanky true form, Toby gives up on that kill. Shad's going to try and protect everybody with this Wukong's command, but Liquid, they're just going to wait on the outside of it. Mickey preventing them from being able to head back to the base. Taiga rolling in, but maybe a little bit too soon. Oh, perfect for Mickey, though, to come in and clean up all of these kills. Even if it costs Taiga his life, it's only going to be Shad who gets away. Inevitably, it is a 3 for 4.
You had this guy on your face.
Listen, Brian, I haven't seen that situation yet, all right?
Yeah, we'll get there. Honestly, you say that, and it's like, at some point, you'd think you'd see everything, but...
Yeah, I know. You as a carry player, there's no way you would be that patient. Oh, jeez. Erebus, no! Oh, no. That was like the bad ending of Indiana Jones. He just got rolled over by that big boulder. He goes down. Without Liquid committing in the slightest. They've just been letting the bear take the buildings this entire time. You're going to get 300 gold, and we're going to take bottom lane of barracks. So good luck with that.
Yeah, you play this whole hunting phase until you have the items you need to go high ground, and it looks like they assess that to be the Assault Cuirass for Koifa, because that just accelerates how quickly they take these towers by such a large degree that...
I'm going to say Shadow Shaman, because at least Disruptor, you can just drop your ultimate and have a disabling. Meanwhile, Aramis, in order to get a disable, I guess Hex is out there, but there's no chance you're getting shackles. As you can see, Koifa's going to run up to him with the bear, and now he's dead. Shad, he's going to come with EKD, gets off the Wukong's command, and see if they can fight here for once with the bear stuck inside the serpents. It will die. Koifa says, don't worry, I've got another one where that came from. Boxy, he gets a little bit low. Shad doesn't want to go outside of his ring. His ring is gone now, and so too is the armor. So Koifa quickly takes him down in just a couple of chomps of the bear. And that is truly it for Viking GG. And it feels like that's been it for the last maybe 10 minutes. Definitely the last 7. I mean, Liquid had just put on a clinic for that game 1. I was wondering if Liquid was going to do their typical like slow roll into the tournament.
Just as good, if not better, this Slardar and Enigma. I mean, from what we saw in game 1, you've only got to imagine this is going to be another really hard game for Viking, I think.
I think against a hero like SF, whose level 2 is super important, that's a very good choice. I like that distribution of resources there. As Insania does go down. Pretty impossible lane down here for Liquid. 2v3, both of them, I'd say more so the Crystal Maiden. The Ricky's pretty lackluster for damage at this stage in the game, so even though you can purge a sprint, he can kind of hold on to it for when he wants to. As you saw, he waited until after Celery used the Dispel on himself and ended up chasing him down. I feel like this is a really nice lane for Slardar, as we also see Enigma biting the dust top. And a 1-for-1 trade. Koifa's even happier now because his support died before the opponent died.
And he got the root, so he might get the kill as well. He does.
Oh
Double
my
kill.
God.
That was great. They tried to punish Taiga for moving forward and using his Eidolons to kill one of the boars. And instead, Koifa walks away with double kill.
Boxy might be in some trouble.
So it's not like he's going to be found while he's doing all this jungling as well. So Toby being chased down. Meanwhile, the bottom lane, they're going to go for it. They do manage to hit that bash up onto the Riki. He's going to be disarmed, though, by the Oracle. Just another way where you can counter that Slardar with Oracle, but at the same time, they do lose Toby in the top lane.
By Koifa and Taiga.
Aramis is going to join this bottom lane. Insania was a little bit far forward there. gets caught by the Fortune Set, he's certainly dead. But if they can get the trade-off here to get Shad, it would be well worth it. But Boxy wasn't able to get quite enough damage. Maybe Mickey, he saw him blink away, but he's already used the illusory orb. He's going to have to guess.
Going from 70 to 80.
Yeah. I mean,
Boom looking to help take a stack, I think top there is what just happened. He rotated for that.
It was hard camp stacked up. Same thing was on the other side of things. Mickey is currently clearing through that, so pretty much these mid laners are having mirror performances too much. He's really making sure he keeps up and does finally find his opportunity to catch Shad here inside the coil. And there it is. Finally gets his first big rotation kill.
Who's now stoking the mid lane, level 6, 9.5 minutes in, is that Mickey runs around the map just like this, fighting with his Crystal Maiden, getting a kill on the Bounty Hunter, might be queuing up a kill on Boom.
Yeah, Boom. He needs to be able to get off the Requiem right now if he wants to be able to get away from this. He kind of pushes Mickey in and managed to catch him with the Requiem. I think he was holding on to that for a little bit. He could have popped it sooner, but I think he really wanted to bait in Mickey more and more and more.
I feel like Mickey kind of baited himself there, thinking he was going to get his orb off in time before the SF ulti, but he didn't.
Barely gets saved in time by the false promise. He's got to be careful. That bash to the deep, that's a hefty amount of burst.
Yeah, top tower dying to Koikfa. If Liquid can hold mid, which it looks like they are.
Beautiful coil, and they cannot stop a three-man black hole. Toby gonna limp away, thought about going for the Primal Roar. Mickey's gonna knight him, even that with a phase shift. And now they go from almost taking top tower to definitely taking mid tower. Okay.
Hasn't queued anything up just yet, though.
DP coming in, Beastmaster. Takes a while to be able to get into that outpost, but he finally arrives and does manage to kill the Crystal Maiden with a Primal Roar. Does mean they have nothing left in the tank to be able to kill Koifa, and if anything, Koifa could be killing Aramis here with Boxy coming into the other side. Seller's going to make sure he's not going to die so easily, though. Gets off his ultimate, heals him up a little bit, but now it's Seller who's going to be in trouble as the Bear finally does get the ensnare he needs, and with the rest of Liquid filtering in.
For Enigma farming the dead lane, all by him lonesome, getting all the money he could ever want. And that's not the map orientation that you want to have. It's not saying that Viking GG is bad, right?
His Blink Dagger choice, just extra opportunities to start fights. Get in the face of the enemy. They're going to get on top of Celery here. Now Boxy's going to quickly get turned around here. Primal Roar plus the Requiem. He's going to go down, and nobody actually falls on the side of Viking GG. Liquid are still going to be able to force Viking to retreat. Yeah, Requiem is their only like big team fight AoE ability. Everything else they have is real single targets, so this fight around the pit, it's going to be a bit dicey, especially with Mickey coming in. Managed to get the two-man coil with the freezing field next to it, but he actually dies. He tries to get out of the smoke screen. A shuriken cuts him down. That was not the worst thing for Viking GG, but it still doesn't win them this Roshan fight.
And they smoke again on Liquid.
Smoke is going to be broken immediately. Aramis positioning himself, knowing that the enemy team very likely is going to try and force something here. Aramis gets a little bit low from Boxy, but it's going to be saved by the Oracle. Oh no, Boom! He popped his BKB there, and he's going to go for the Requiem just to be able to kill Insania, but similar to that kill earlier, they've now used their big team fight ability to just get one small pick off. Boom's going to have to break this coil and keep on running up to the triangle. He's going to turn around, throw some damage out there, see if they can kill the Bear. Toby gets a little bit low, but is saved by Celery. He should heal up a decent amount here. The Koifa Bear is going to die to the Necronomicon. He's got another one, though. Toby, he doesn't heal much at all. In fact, he immediately gets bursted down by Boxy, who now blinks forward, looking for a little bit more. Boom, with the Corrosive Haze on him. Mickey is pumping out the damage with that Witch's Blade, plus treads and 2 double null tally. That is a right-click build. He will manage to kill the SF, but Shad's going to die. But a black hole with the freezing field, in turn, is going to wipe the last remaining member of Viking GG. They kill that mid tower, and they actually glyph the creep wave, and Boom immediately runs. He knows what that glyph is. That glyph is a way to try and stall him from retreating, and they're still going to catch potentially Aramis here, who breaks that smoke and is not going to be saved by the Oracle, because the Oracle may not even be able to save himself. Going to go for the TP out, but the fear comes in just in time. The coil, however, barely missed. So only a double
I was
kill
looking at the
Koifa.
coil. That was a butt clincher for Ricky there.
With the BKB on Taiga, ready to go with the Blink Dagger. That Aghanim Scepter. Oh, this is an opportunity. Mickey caught trying to push out that bottom lane. jumped over to his illusory orb right into the open arms of Toby. So maybe with this is a big pickoff. They've got a full minute to do something here. Viking GG.
I think it says a lot about like the map control impact that death has. Will it surmount to like any long-term effects? We'll just have to see as a fight breaks out mid. And Bounty Hunter dying immediately, I do not think is how we envision them capitalizing.
Yeah, Liquid just played on the high ground with a sentry laid out and waited for the Bounty Hunter to try and scout some heroes out. They immediately get that kill, and playing around their high ground means they can afford to take a 4 versus 4 here as Shad is stuck inside the freezing field. Is not going to be making it out anytime soon with Taiga just throwing his full weight into Boom. He pops the Blink BKB Black Hole, makes sure that the other core is going to fall as well. Quickly, just like that, 4 heroes take on 5, and it's the 5 that fall. Viking GG.
I feel like they actually just know exactly what's going to happen because it happened to them in real time like 40 minutes ago, you know?